Tonight, we witnessed an absolute offensive explosion from the Charlotte Hornets as they completely dismantled the Memphis Grizzlies with a final score of 145 to 116. If you're a Hornets fan, you have to be buzzing after this one. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. From the opening tip to the final buzzer, Charlotte was in a different stratosphere, showcasing the kind of chemistry and firepower that could make them a real problem this season. Let's start with the man who set the tone right from the jump, Miles Bridges. He was simply unstoppable tonight. Bridges was a man on a mission, attacking the rim with ferocity, draining threes, and absolutely owning the glass. He finished with a monster double-double, dropping 29 points and pulling down 10 rebounds. Every time he touched the ball, it felt like something electric was about to happen. He was the engine for Charlotte's transition game, and his energy was contagious, lifting the entire team. It was a dominant all-around performance that reminded everyone just how crucial he is to this Hornets squad. When Miles is playing at this level, Charlotte is a completely different team. And of course, you can't talk about a Hornets win without talking about the maestro himself, LaMelo Ball. Melo was in his element tonight, conducting the offense like a seasoned veteran. He was a walking highlight reel, dazzling the crowd with his signature flashy passes, creative layups, and those deep logo-range threes that get everyone out of their seats. Ball ended the night with 23 points and 8 assists, orchestrating everything with poise and confidence. His command of the game was incredible to watch. He knew exactly when to push the pace, when to find the open man, and when to take over and score himself. The offense just flows so smoothly when the ball is in his hands. One of the most exciting things to see tonight was the developing chemistry between LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Miller looked incredibly comfortable and confident out there, and you can tell he and Melo are starting to build a special connection. Miller added a smooth 21 points, hitting some huge shots from the wing and showcasing his scoring versatility. He wasn't just a spot-up shooter. He was creating his own looks, attacking closeouts, and looking every bit the part of a top draft pick. This duo has the potential to be one of the most dynamic young pairings in the league, and tonight was a thrilling preview of what's to come. The way they played off each other, with Melo finding Miller for open looks, was a sight to behold. While the stars were shining bright, the Hornets' depth was a huge factor in this blowout victory. And we have to talk about the surprise of the night, rookie forward Moussa Diabaté. This kid was an absolute force off the bench. He was a menace in the paint, completely dominating the interior with his hustle and energy. Diabaté put up an impressive 18 points and 13 rebounds, feasting on second-chance opportunities and cleaning up the glass. His motor was relentless, and he provided a spark that kept Charlotte's momentum rolling when the starters were resting. He was a game-changer, and a performance like this will surely earn him more minutes in the rotation. It's these kinds of unexpected contributions that turn good teams into great ones. The bench production didn't stop there. Collin Sexton came in and did what he does best, provide an instant offensive punch. In just 18 minutes, Sexton poured in 13 points, attacking the basket and keeping the defensive pressure on Memphis. He brought a different kind of energy and pace that the Grizzlies' second unit just couldn't handle. We also saw some solid minutes from Knoepel, who chipped in with 9 points and looked comfortable in his role. When you have multiple guys coming off the bench and making an impact, it makes you incredibly difficult to guard for a full 48 minutes. The Hornets' depth was on full display, and it was a major reason they were able to maintain such a high level of play throughout the game. Offensively, this was a masterpiece from Charlotte. They dropped 37 points in the first quarter, setting an aggressive tone, and then closed the game out with a 35-point fourth quarter, showing they never took their foot off the gas. They played with incredible pace, shared the ball beautifully, and got scoring contributions from up and down the roster. The ball movement was crisp, the shot selection was smart, and they just looked like a well-oiled machine. It was fun, unselfish basketball, and it led to an incredible 145 points. This is the style of play that Coach Clifford wants, and tonight, the team executed it to perfection. Now, let's flip to the other side. It was a rough night for the Memphis Grizzlies. They just couldn't find any rhythm and had no answer for the Hornets' relentless offensive attack. Despite some solid individual efforts, they struggled to string together stops and looked outmatched defensively. Charlotte's ball movement and hot shooting seemed to have them scrambling on every possession. This loss drops the Grizzlies to 0-4 in the preseason, and while it's still early, they'll need to figure things out on the defensive end if they want to get back on track. It was a frustrating game for Memphis, as they were never really able to get a foothold and challenge the Hornets. By the time the fourth quarter rolled around, the game was well in hand for Charlotte. The energy, the confidence, the momentum, it was all on the Hornets' side. They were playing with a swagger that was impossible to ignore. This commanding 145-116 victory moves the Hornets to 2-2 in the preseason, but more importantly, it sends a clear message to the rest of the league. This young Hornets team is for real, and they might just be ready to surprise a lot of people this season. This wasn't just a preseason win, it was a showcase of their potential, their teamwork, and their star power. What a fantastic night for Charlotte basketball. That's all the time we have for today's breakdown. What did you think of the Hornets' performance? Let me know your biggest takeaways in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more NBA content all season long. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.